All right, so you've been through an expander and it's time to get it out. Usually you spend at least 3 months in an expander, particularly if you are separating your upper jawbone. If you're just using the expander to push on the teeth out a little bit, you may not stay in it as long. But usually, traditionally, you spend at least a couple months, 3 months more in the expander to help stabilize the changes. But let's say you're ready to get it out now. This is how we set up our top expander. It's one type of design. Not everybody does it this way, but we use acrylic. It's called the Haas design. Puts a little bit of pressure on the soft tissue of the palate in addition to hooking up to the teeth. Now this is, again, a traditional type of expander. We're not talking about an expander that gets like screwed into your bones or anything like that, right? Most kids can handle this type of expander and is a great go-to. You can see in the mirror, right? We've got the blue dots. Those are hooked. There's a help stabilizing the expander onto some baby teeth. You've got the 2 pieces of the acrylic screw in the center, right? You know it. And you have that metal ring that goes around one of the major anchored teeth. It could be a baby molar or it could be a permanent molar. So in our situation, sometimes you can just use your plier and pop off the expander and the whole thing comes off. But if you still have blue glue, like for us, we may still have blue glue on some of the attachments on the expander. We have to take those off first. We use a high-speed handpiece and watch out for the vibrations, the cold, the dust can cause, so keep your eyes closed or wear some glasses. All right, so you can kind of see that we're buzzing. We use a special burr that's not supposed to cut on the tooth, right? And we're cleaning off the blue glue, but it gets dusty. We got the suction in there. Slow and steady, we get all that off. A little dusty, a little dry, need breaks. Raise your left hand. At least that's what we do in our office. Help us know that you need a break. Getting a little blurry in the mirror. Once we get the blue glue off, we try to separate the expander. Going to the other side. All right, so we got a lot of the blue glue off. You can see those pieces, right? It's different than before. We got the blue glue off. We separated the expander, so now we can pop it off. There's the plier. Got a little rubber tip with the tooth. That kind of, you just put the rubber tip on top of the tooth, or excuse me, the rubber pad on top of the tooth, and then the tooth-like claw with the plier underneath the band. And you might hear some clicking, some popping. It's just the glue separating from the tooth. See? 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 Oh, look at that. Look at that, it just came right down. This expander is a little unique because we didn't have a band on the other side. It came off at some point, but we were holding it in place, stable, trying to maintain some of the changes. Look, there it is, there it is. When you get out your expander, don't freak out. There might be some gunk on the inside, and then that tends to happen, right? Food gets stuck under there. It's hard to get it all the way out. You can use the water pick, brushing, those are all good techniques, but there's still maybe some stuff underneath there. Usually that doesn't cause long-term problems. You can see the indentation where the acrylic was pushing up against the tissue. Sometimes that can be really inflamed. Sometimes that tissue can be really sensitive. We recommend that you maybe treat it like a pizza burn. So it could be, you can respond in a poor way to things that are really hot, or really cold for the first couple days. But that tissue is so vascular, that means that it gets a lot of great blood supply, and so it heals very quickly. Now we're gonna go back and finish cleaning up all the rest of the blue glue. Okay, so this expander was unique in a couple ways. There's a little metal, like little loop, right, that we built onto this expander. And the reason why is because we wanted to make some space, but we also, patient had a tooth that was sticking out far in front, and we put something on the back of the tooth and then pulled it back to the expander. So we didn't use braces. We weren't trying to go for perfection here. We were just trying to get the tooth so it wasn't so far out. And cool technique. And so sometimes you can put things on expanders to help address other teeth issues besides just cross bites or creating space. Pretty neat. All right, well, there you have it. If you are ready to get your expander out, congratulations, you did it. If you haven't gone through an expander journey yet, come find us. We can talk to you about if it's beneficial for you, or maybe you just wait for one comprehensive round of braces down the road. Either way, hope you liked the video. Share this with a friend who's getting ready to get their expander out or get their expander in, or just come find us in McKinney, Texas. Thanks for watching. That's all I've got. Just a little PFOing so you know where you're going. Packard out.